Looking for the perfect way to spend 3 days in Copenhagen? This guide will take you through the city's must-see spots, hidden gems, and unforgettable food experiences. Whether you're into royal history, vibrant street life, or simply soaking in the Scandinavian charm, this itinerary has you covered. Get ready for an adventure, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel itineraries coming your way. Best time to visit Copenhagen. The best time to visit Copenhagen is from May to September when the weather is mild and the days are long. Summer months bring festivals, outdoor dining, and events, while spring offers a quieter experience with blooming gardens and less crowded tourist spots. Be prepared for slightly unpredictable weather, so pack layers and a rain jacket. Visiting in the off-season from October to April offers fewer tourists, lower accommodation prices, but shorter daylight hours. Copenhagen Airport Tips. Arriving at Copenhagen Airport, CPH, one of Europe's most efficient and traveler-friendly airports, is a breeze. Located just 15 minutes by train from the city center, it offers convenient transportation options. Grab a ticket for around $6 for the train or metro into the city. Both options run frequently and are easy to navigate. Insider tip. Download the Dot app to easily buy public transportation tickets and plan routes, ideal for newcomers. Where to stay in Copenhagen. For young travelers, the Vesterbro district is ideal. The trendy neighborhood brims with cafés, bars, and street art, offering vibrant nightlife and proximity to the central attractions. Expect to find accommodations ranging from boutique hostels for around $30 to $50 per night to mid-range hotels costing about $120 to $200. For those seeking a more historic vibe, staying in Nyhavn provides stunning canal views, colorful buildings, and a charming atmosphere. Accommodations here range from $150 to $250 per night. How to get around Copenhagen. Copenhagen's efficient public transportation system includes buses, metros, and trains. You can easily purchase a Copenhagen City Pass, which offers unlimited travel on all public transport. A 72-hour pass costs around $28 and is ideal for 3-day visits. For a more local experience, renting a bike is highly recommended. Copenhagen is one of the world's most bike-friendly cities. Bike rentals start at around $15 to $20 per day, making it an eco-friendly and fun way to explore. Day 1. Discover Copenhagen. Morning, City Hall Square. While you're in the early stages of exploring Copenhagen, make sure to stop by City Hall Square and the impressive Copenhagen City Hall. It's the perfect spot to soak in the city's atmosphere, wander around, watch locals going about their day, and get a feel for the vibe of Copenhagen. The City Hall itself is a beautiful blend of Danish and Italian Renaissance architecture, reflecting the styles popular when it was built. Step inside and be amazed by Jen Olsen's world clock, an engineering marvel with over 14,000 moving parts that took 27 years to complete. It's truly a sight to behold. The City Hall is open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. and entry is free. If you want a more in-depth experience, guided tours are available for about $8. Insider tip. Make sure to visit the City Hall Tower if it's open. It offers one of the best panoramic views of the city and not many tourists know about it. Strøget. As you wander through the heart of Copenhagen, make sure to check out Strøget, the city's lively shopping street that stretches across 5 streets, connecting City Hall Square and Kongens Nytorv, New King Square. Whether you're on the hunt for quirky souvenirs or high-end designer pieces, Strøget has something for everyone. Not a big shopper? No worries. Head up to Original Coffee on the rooftop of Illum Department Store for a perfect break. Grab a coffee for around $6 and relax on the balcony while enjoying breathtaking panoramic views of Strøget. It's a great spot to people watch and soak up the city vibes. They're open daily from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m., making it an ideal spot for a midday break. Mid-morning, Amalienborg Palace Square. For a fantastic introduction to Copenhagen's royal history, head over to Amalienborg Palace Square, right in the heart of the city. Denmark, one of the few European countries with an active royal family, has Amalienborg as the Queen's official winter residence. It's a must-see. Try to time your visit around midday to catch the changing of the guard. A pretty cool spectacle. If you hear a band playing, that's a sign the Queen is home, which adds an extra special touch. Aside from the impressive King Frederick V statue in the center of the square, the palace complex includes 4 different palaces. You can visit 2 of them, Christian VII's Palace, guided tours only, and Christian VIII's Palace, which you can explore on your own with just an entrance ticket. Entrance to the palace costs around $13 and it's open daily from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Right next to the palace, you'll find Amalienborg Garden, a small, peaceful park by the water, complete with impressive fountains, perfect for a little downtime after your palace tour. Insider tip: if you're into photography, the square offers some picture-perfect views, especially for the marble church in the background. Try visiting early in the morning or late afternoon for fewer crowds. Nyhavn Harbor. This is the iconic Nyhavn Harbor you've likely spotted all over Instagram. It's the perfect spot to kick back and enjoy Copenhagen's vibrant atmosphere, with plenty of cozy bars and restaurants lining the waterfront. In the summer, the whole area comes alive with people enjoying drinks and food outdoors, soaking in the sunny vibes. If you visit in the winter, you'll likely find a magical Christmas market that adds a festive charm to the area. No matter when you visit, Nyhavn is a must-see during your 3 days in Copenhagen. Even if you're just here for those epic Instagram shots, it's worth it. Lunch at Tolden Snaps. For a fantastic lunch near Nyhavn Harbor, head to Tolden Snaps, a cozy restaurant just a short walk away, offering traditional Danish fare. It's the perfect place to try smørrebrød, Denmark's famous open-faced sandwiches. I recommend going for the classic herring smørrebrød or the more adventurous roast pork with crackling. Each smørrebrød plate costs around $15 to $18 and they're known for being filling and delicious. The charming old-world atmosphere adds to the experience, and you'll leave feeling like you've had a true taste of Denmark. Afternoon, canal tours. A canal tour is a super fun way to explore Copenhagen and should definitely be on your itinerary. You'll glide through the colorful harbors, sail past the famous Little Mermaid statue, and catch views of beautiful palaces along the way. It's a relaxing yet exciting way to see the city from a different perspective. You can book a canal tour for around $13, but if you've got a Copenhagen card, the tour is included for free, making it even better. Roundhouse Astronomy Tower. Just a 10-minute walk from Nyhavn, you'll find this stunning tower that offers some of the best panoramic views of Copenhagen. At the top, there's an intricate astronomy dial that's worth checking out. Fun fact, the tower was built wide enough for the king to ride his horse and carriage all the way to the top because, why walk when you're royalty? The climb to the top is totally worth it, and the entrance fee is just about $4. Insider tip: try to visit in the late afternoon for fewer crowds and a chance to catch the sunset over the city. It's open from mid-morning to early evening, so you'll have plenty of time to fit this into your day. Evening, dinner at Refn Food Market. For budget travelers exploring Copenhagen, Refn Street Food and Craft Market is an absolute must. If a sit-down dinner feels too pricey, this spot has you covered with a mouth-watering array of affordable street food options. With mains starting at around $10, you can indulge in a wide variety of delicious eats without breaking the bank. Refn has it all: seafood, crepes, pizza, sushi, bubble waffles, and more. I personally went for the surf and turf burger, loaded with a juicy beef patty, prawns, fried onions, and a cheesy sauce. It ended up being one of my favorite meals during my stay in Copenhagen. Food stalls serve until 8 p.m. and drinks are available until 10 p.m., making it a great spot to enjoy both dinner and the evening vibe. In the summer, the market hosts outdoor events right by the water, adding to the fun atmosphere. Day 2, exploring hidden gems. Morning, breakfast at Krøl. On my second day in Copenhagen, I kicked things off with a cozy breakfast at Krøl, a popular spot near Tor Helon Market. Their creamy porridge is a local favorite, and I highly recommend the version topped with fresh berries, almonds, and caramel sauce, delicious and filling for around $10. With a warm breakfast to fuel my day, I was ready to explore more of the city's top attractions, along with a few quirky, offbeat spots that added some fun surprises to my adventure. Insider tip: arrive at Krøl early to avoid the morning rush and snag a seat by the window for some great people watching while you eat. The Little Mermaid. There's an attraction that definitely splits opinions. Some people can't wait to visit the Little Mermaid statue built in 1913 and inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's famous fairy tale. But I have to admit, I fall into the camp that finds it a bit overrated. And while the round trip took about an hour, I felt it wasn't the most inspiring experience. The area was packed with tourists and buses, making it hard to really appreciate the statue. That said, if you've got 3 days in Copenhagen, it's worth a quick stop just to say you've seen it. The Little Mermaid may not be the most thrilling attraction, but her history is pretty impressive. She's over 100 years old, and she's survived numerous acts of vandalism, including losing her head and arm at different points in time. You've got to admire her resilience. Insider tip: visit early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid the biggest crowds and get a clearer view of the statue. Mid-morning, Churchill Park and the Lange Linie. While the Little Mermaid may be the star of Copenhagen's waterfront, there are plenty of other gems you shouldn't miss nearby. Take a stroll along the Lange Linie promenade towards Churchill Park. It's the perfect spot to do as the locals do and enjoy a leisurely Sunday walk by the water. Along the way, stop by St. Alban's Church, a beautiful English Gothic-style church, and the stunning Geffion Fountain in Churchill Park. You'll also spot the Angel of Peace statue, a serene reminder of Copenhagen's rich history. Keep walking, and you'll soon discover even more hidden gems along the way. Kastellet Citadel. One of the most notable structures in Denmark is the Citadel, Northern Europe's most well-preserved fortress. It's famous for being where the royal physician Johann Friedrich Struensee was held in 1772 after his affair with Queen Caroline Matilda. The citadel is shaped like a pentagon, with canals surrounding it and 5 bastions at the corner. While it still serves a military purpose, it's a popular spot for tourists to walk around and take in views of the water. Plus, it's another example of Copenhagen's many green spaces, perfect for a peaceful stroll. Entry is free, making it an easy addition to your itinerary. Christiania Freetown. Next up on my Copenhagen itinerary is a spot that's definitely worth the hype: Freetown, Christiania. This unique, self-declared autonomous community is unlike any other place in the city. Born from a 1970s hippie movement, Christiania has separated itself from Copenhagen and operates with its own set of rules, giving it a vibe you won't find anywhere else. If you've already checked off the typical photo ops like the Little Mermaid, why not dive into Copenhagen's alternative side? Christiania is full of vibrant street art, quirky galleries, and cozy organic cafés where you can grab a bite. It's a colorful and eclectic area that feels worlds away from the city's polished streets. Insider tip: visit during the day for a safer and more laid-back experience, and be sure to respect the community's rules. Photography is not allowed in certain areas. Lunch at Restaurant 56 Degrees. For a special lunch near Christiania Freetown, head to Restaurant 56 Degrees, just a short walk away. This hidden gem offers a contemporary twist on traditional Danish cuisine, all served in a cozy, rustic setting. I highly recommend trying their smoked salmon with horseradish cream and pickled vegetables, a delicious fresh dish for around $20 to $25 USD. The restaurant focuses on seasonal and organic ingredients, so everything tastes incredibly fresh. It's a perfect spot to relax after exploring Christiania. Insider tip: be sure to ask about their daily specials, as the chef often creates dishes based on what's freshest that day. Afternoon. Bird's eye view from the Church of Our Savior. Take in breathtaking panoramic views from the top of the Church of Our Savior's tower. Since it's just a quick 5-minute walk from Freetown, Christiania, it's a perfect spot to visit after exploring the area. Located in Christianshavn, a series of islands connected to the mainland by bridges, this makes for an ideal stop on your Copenhagen 3-day itinerary. One of my favorite things to do in any city is getting a bird's eye view. It gives you a sense of the layout and really helps put everything into perspective. The view from the Church of Our Savior is especially incredible because on a clear day, you can even see across the water to Sweden. Insider tip: the spiral staircase at the top is a bit narrow and can get crowded, so I'd recommend going early to avoid the lines. Entry costs about $7 USD and the views are well worth it. Be sure to check out the opening hours depending on the time of the year, as they change with the seasons. Day 3. Exploring historic palaces. I kicked off the final day of my Copenhagen adventure with a delicious brunch because, let's be honest, food always comes first. After fueling up, I was ready to check off a few more must-see spots. If you prefer a more laid-back approach to sightseeing, I'd suggest picking 2 of the following attractions and enjoying them at a relaxed pace. There's no rush. Copenhagen is the kind of city that's best savored slowly. Morning, Gråbrødretorv Square. Gråbrødretorv Square wasn't originally on my radar, but I stumbled upon it by chance on my way to brunch, and I'm so glad I did. If you have 3 days in Copenhagen, definitely make some time to visit. It's just a short stroll from Strøget and used to be a trendy student hangout. Nowadays, it's much quieter, but still incredibly charming, with cozy cafes and unique little trinket shops. Brunch at Raw 42. A friend I met at my hostel recommended Raw 42 for brunch, and I'm so glad they did. Everything is vegan, but honestly, I wouldn't have noticed if she hadn't mentioned it. Since I'm a big fan of matcha and berries, I went for their delicious breakfast bowl. Even if there had been meat on the menu, I probably would have ordered the same thing. It was fresh, flavorful, and totally satisfying for around 12 USD. I also tried their turmeric latte, which was interesting, though I'm not sure it's something I'd rush to get again. Afternoon, explore the palaces. While Copenhagen is known for its cool hipster neighborhoods and alternative spots, it's also famous for its stunning palaces. We already visited Amalienborg Palace on day 1, but before you leave the city, make sure to explore a few other nearby palaces around Strøget. They're just as grand and offer a glimpse into Denmark's royal history. Christiansborg Palace. Christiansborg Palace is one of Copenhagen's most historically significant buildings. It's not just the seat of the Danish Parliament, the Supreme Court, and the Prime Minister's office, but it also has a royal legacy spanning 800 years. Once home to Denmark's kings and queens, it still plays a role in royal traditions. The royal reception rooms are where the Queen greets foreign ambassadors to this day. When visiting, you can explore several fascinating areas of the palace, including the royal reception rooms, kitchen, stables, and chapel. A highlight is the Great Hall, where you'll find beautiful tapestries depicting 1,000 years of Danish history. Truly a sight to behold. To make the most of your visit, opt for a combo ticket that covers all 5 rooms for around 23 USD. Insider tip. Be sure to set aside at least a couple of hours to fully explore and check ahead for the latest opening hours as they can vary. Late afternoon, Olsenborg Castle. With its turrets and towers, Olsenborg Castle is one of the most impressive and striking landmarks in Copenhagen. Be sure to add it to your itinerary to admire the dazzling Danish crown jewels and other royal treasures housed inside. The castle is nestled within the King's Garden, Copenhagen's oldest public park. While it's now free for anyone to wander through, it was once a private royal garden. It's a perfect spot for a peaceful stroll before or after your castle visit. Entrance to the castle costs around 18 USD, about 11 USD for students, but is free with a Copenhagen card. Just keep in mind that it's closed on Mondays. Evening, Carlsberg Glyptotek. For a cultural boost during your 3 days in Copenhagen, make sure to stop by the city's top gallery and museum. Here, you'll find an impressive collection of Danish and French paintings, including masterpieces by Monet and Van Gogh, alongside with fascinating artifacts from ancient civilizations like Egypt and Greece. One of the highlights is the Winter Gardens, a stunning space with a conservatory-style roof filled with Roman statues, grand fountains, and lush tropical plants. A peaceful escape right inside the museum. Entry costs around 17 USD, but it's free on Tuesdays, making it the perfect budget-friendly option. Carlsberg Brewery. A visit to Carlsberg Brewery, Denmark's largest brewery, is a perfect way to cap off your 3 days in Copenhagen with a bit of fun. Here, you can sample a variety of pilsners, lagers, and even ciders while learning some quirky facts from the knowledgeable tour guides. The brewery also boasts a sculpture garden, cafe, bar, and shop, so you could easily spend half a day exploring and relaxing. There's even a free shuttle bus from the city center, making it super convenient to get there. If you're a beer enthusiast, don't miss the chance to support some of Copenhagen's local microbreweries too. There's plenty of great craft beer around the city. Dinner at Enomania. For a memorable dinner near Carlsberg Brewery on your final day in Copenhagen, head to Enomania, a hidden gem that offers a cozy, intimate atmosphere and incredible Italian-Danish fusion cuisine. Their risotto with seasonal truffles is a must-try. Rich, creamy, and perfectly balanced. It's a standout dish that will leave you craving more, and at around 30 to 35 USD, it's well worth the indulgence. The restaurant has an impressive wine selection, so be sure to ask the staff for a pairing recommendation to elevate your meal even further. Insider tip: make a reservation in advance, as this spot is popular among locals and tends to fill up quickly. As your unforgettable 3 days in Copenhagen come to an end, you'll leave with a heart full of memories, from breathtaking views to delicious local flavors. Whether it was exploring the vibrant streets, relaxing in the green spaces, or diving into the city's rich history, Copenhagen has surely left its mark. If you loved this itinerary, make sure to subscribe for more travel guides and tips that will inspire your next adventure. Until then, safe travels!